Compliments of the season, everyone. Whoa, it's a beautiful day and we are in the festive season break, so I will be the only one hosting you today. I am Tokwe Mark Odige and welcome to my Christmas special. I'm feeling very festive. I want to paint the city red. 2018 has been an amazing year and I'm so grateful to God that the ups outweigh the down. Most importantly, thank God for life. With that, there is hope that 2019 is going to be better. I'm sure you're wondering what I have in stock for you today. Stay tuned. I will tell you after this short break.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back to the show. I will be starting off with Your View visits to the Nigerian maximum prison, Kirikiri and Ikoyi in Lagos State. It was heartbreaking to see able-bodied men incarcerated. However, I am happy to say that the conditions of the facility wasn't as bad as it had been painted. Reforms are ongoing, educational facilities are well maintained, and the inmates are being taught to turn a new leaf. The truth of the matter for me was that I saw that they were well fed, it looked good, and while we're not happy that the place could be better, it's a far cry from where it used to be. Take a look at what I saw. Go be back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Very good, thank you, Mr. Oladokun. We are live at the Controller of Prisons office. Good afternoon. So we're here from TVC Your View, and we want to visit the Controller of Prisons Lagos Command. Good afternoon, sir. Nice to meet you. My name is Tokwe. All right. Thank you so much for inviting us to your office. We're so happy to be here.
My pleasure.
I'm here with Miriam.
Yes. Welcome.
And we want to inspect the facility. Now, Your View interacts with a lot of people for the past 5 years, and we get so many people giving positive and negative opinions about what the prison looks like and what the condition of our prison looks like. And we've had your PRO come to the show to tell us about it. We want to see it by ourselves. I have never been to a prison before.
Neither have I.
So
Okay.
we're both going to be getting a first view, unbiased, about what this nature of the Nigerian prison in Ikoyi looks like. How has your job been, sir?
Glory be to God. It's not easy, but with the grace of God, we are moving forward. And I want to tell you that Nigerian Prison Service is a reformed organization right now. And why? Because we have a Controller General in the person of Alhaji Jafaru Ahmed, who has passion for the job. He's very passionate about ensuring that reformation in our prisons are carried out to the letters. And that is why in recent times we discovered that quite a number of feats have been achieved in the prison service.
So we hear so many things, as Tokwe initially
You
mentioned.
said positive and negative.
But one of the negatives we hear is that the inmates are suffering. That the where they're staying is really, is poor. They don't eat well. They're treated badly. So we want to come and see for ourselves. Although, of course, PRO came on the show, he told us it's nothing like that, that we should come and see for ourselves. So we're hoping that you would say something about it, and then when we take the cameras round, Nigerians also can see for themselves the true picture of things.
I'm happy that you are here, and I'm also very happy that you'll be visiting our prisons. And I'm sure at the end of the day, a trial will have convinced you.
Okay,
because
so-
what you will meet on ground will be a shocker to you.
Wow.
Positive shocker, not the negative one. In the sense that we've been hearing so much stories about Nigerian prison service in the negative perspective. That is the prison of old, not the rejuvenated prison under the able Controller General of Nigerian Prison Service, Jafaru Ahmed. A lot of reformations are going on, a lot of empowerment programs are ongoing, and the inmates are better informed and reformed.
Okay, so because most of the time we see Nigerian prisons as a punitive and punishment kind of system as opposed to reform kind of system. What are the activities that you engage the prisoners here to ensure that we don't have a high rate of recidivism where they come back into prison committing other bigger crimes, forming cliques that are not profitable to the society?
Yes, sincerely speaking, imprisonment in itself is punishment. And therefore, we are no more interested in punishing any inmate. What we are concerned about is reforming them. And like you said, what are the programs? We have quite a number of programs for them. And thank God you'll be visiting the prisons to also see some of the things they do. Like right now, you are seated in my office. The chairs here were made by the inmates of Ikoyi prison. And quite a number of chairs and furnitures are being produced in our prisons. I want to tell you that right now, we have quite a number of inmates who are very good tailors.
Oh.
We have quite a number of them who are good shoemakers. We have a good number of them who are paint makers. We produce insecticide right now in the prisons. We also go into the
Is there any
sporting.
commercial value to this thing?
Oh, of course.
So,
Yeah.
how do you do it? Do they sell those? Do you have a platform where the items produced by the prisoners can be sold outside?
As a matter of fact, from time to time, we do have exhibitions.
Oh.
And when people come in there, they buy.
So apart
We
from
showcase
this,
them. And it's not only in the area of skill acquisition.
that's good.
We also ensure that in the spiritual realm, they are empowered with the word of God. The Muslim clerics, the pastors come in there to preach to them the word of God. And some of them are even very good pastors now, that they even have their own church.
In the
In
prison.
No, after discharge.
Oh, okay.
Some of them after they are GOs of their various churches. I'm telling you,
Fantastic.
like this book is a product of an inmate of our prison.
Wow.
He came out and he wrote this wonderful book. I'm sure by the time you go through it, you'll be dazed
Yeah.
with what
And
is
yeah,
in there.
apart from just skill acquisition, if I remember correctly, the PRO said some of them have gone to further their education.
No, I will get into that.
Okay.
We also have a program for every one of them, starting from the primary level to secondary to tertiary. As a matter of fact, some of them have been trained and have been equipped with the knowledge of the educational aspects of modern education. So modern that the last GC exam, which was written in September, 157 inmates were registered. The result is out, and quite a number of them had 5-6 credits.
Wow.
We have some of them who are now first degree holders. We are registered with the National Open University.
Oh.
We have quite a number of them. As a matter of fact, in April, the Vice Chancellor of the National Open University was in maximum security prison with the Controller General, and 5 of them were awarded master's degree program. And one of them scored the highest, had the highest result, the best result all over the Federation in masters in public administration.
And the person was an inmate.
An inmate. And right now, we have 2 of our inmates who are undergoing their PhD program. The story of our inmates being suffered or being punished unjustly does not arise. As a matter of fact, we take good care of them. We feed them 3 times in a day. Quality food.
Awesome.
Quality food.
I wanted to
And
ask,
I want to tell you that in all the prisons, anywhere I go to, anytime I go on inspection, the first thing I do is to go to the kitchen and taste the food. And when it is not okay, I quarrel with the officers in charge. I quarrel with all of them. And they were taken care of.
do you have people serving life sentences here?
Oh, yes.
What's your opinion on those on death sentence that they've been earmarked to?
Yes, we have quite a number of them
On death row.
on death row. But the good thing about it is that some of them are being granted amnesty due to good conduct and then long stay in prison. Like the 2 people I told you that are on their PhD programs are inmates on death row.
Wow.
And of course, they've been granted pardon, life imprisonment. But the point is, when I visited the governor, the executive governor of Lagos State, I told him, sir, these boys have spent between 15 and 20 years. And instead of them to have condemned their faith,
They study.
they now decide that they have changed and they want to rediscover themselves and then go a step further by educating themselves. And today, they have first degree, they have master's degree, and by the grace of God, in the next 2-3 years, they have their PhD program, meaning that they have changed. Their perception of life will have changed. And the governor agreed. And yes, it is true that such people, of course, deserve to be given amnesty. And he told me to write, and I've written, and I'm sure
And they'll be released
they'll
back
be
to the
by
society.
the grace of God, because they have changed completely. Like one of them is even a pastor now. He came in as a Muslim, but today he's a pastor of a church in the prison there.
So like, this is totally different from what we hear outside. I must tell you.
I also want to tell you that by the time you get into medium prison, maximum prison, the football field in both medium and maximum prison cannot be compared to what you have in the national stadium.
Okay.
And a trial will convince you, I told you.
Let's go round.
Let's go round that.
Even the lawn tennis court, I'm sure it's
I
about
thought they
one
don't
of the
have time
best.
to play. I thought prisoners are like serving hard punishment.
That's why I'm like 2 months ago we had the inter-prison competition, sports competition in athletics, in football, in volleyball, in basketball, in football.
Okay.
And then the president of Nigerian Football Association, Football and Supporters Club, Dr. Rafi Ladipo, was so much impressed that I even donated football kits.
Oh, that's so good.
And he even promised me that he would like to tap, some of them. He would like to use some of them when they go out, and then use them in the national team.
That's so good to hear. So let's
Thank you so
move
very
into
much.
the
Yes.
My
next
pleasure.
phase of checking physically
No problem.
what you have said.
Okay, you're most
Thank you,
welcome.
sir.
Thank you.
We done.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. I would like to share with you my favorite episode of the year 2018. Now, I won't say it's my favorite, but I'll say it's my most impactful. Our interview with Fela Durotoye. I chose this episode because it is a political season with elections less than 2 months away. We need hope. And Fela's talk about a new Nigeria is beyond the elections for 2019. It's about transforming the mindset of our teeming population to see hope in Nigeria, to understand that it is not the responsibility of our politicians. We must get involved in holding our politicians accountable. We must go out and vote. We must vote the right people in. I want you to watch this.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. Join us on the show is a gentleman who says he's running for a new Nigeria. His name is popular man, Mr. Fela Durotoye. He'll be enlightening us on nation building and how we can utilize our human capital, purpose, resources, and potentials to achieve the Nigeria of our dreams. Welcome with us, Fela Durotoye. Finally! So you can join us
to be here. I've wanted to be here for
Oh, now so you can call us on 070-80668014. You could also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. All right, Fela, I've seen you speak at so many events, and I keep saying to myself, this man wants a new Nigeria. Are we ready for the Nigeria this man is preaching? Because you come across as a good man, a goody-goody two-shoes type, nice guy. Like, does he have the heart, the lever to help transform this country? We see other countries, what happened in Ghana and different, where there's like a radical, draconian approach.
Yes.
And people feel like that's what Nigeria needs. In your view, do you think your strategy is what we need at this time, or something really drastic?
Oh, well, so for sure, I know that we need something that is drastic, but drastic is not as much of whether we are killing people or we are maiming people, because we need a drastic shift in the way that we think as a people. We need a drastic shift in the way that we see our nation and we connect back to our nation. Today, most Nigerians don't really love Nigeria. They're, we beef Nigeria. We're disappointed by Nigeria. But we forget that Nigeria is nothing except the people. That really we are Nigeria. And so one of the things that we have to do is to stop thinking about Nigeria as government. Because we are angry with government. Because yes, truly, over the years, much of the rulers that have ruled us have disappointed us. They've not delivered this kind of services and all of that. But that's not Nigeria. They are not Nigeria. We are Nigeria.
The Nigerians I see don't look like they've suffered enough. They need to be beaten a bit more. And I feel really bad because I want that change now. Yeah. Do you see, and you've traveled across Nigeria with this campaign, have you seen the people? Do you really think, in all sincerity on the show, that the people you meet on the streets will not trade their votes for money? They are really ready. They feel enough is enough. They are ready for the change. Okay,
so I'll tell you what it is I know for sure. And just meeting people all across Nigeria, it's the same one thing. They are not divided in their desire by Muslim, Christian, all the things that we are told divides us as a people. No, we're united in suffering, and almost every Nigerian that I have seen is tired of Nigeria the way it is. Okay. And I think what really upsets them is that they know that we can be better. The challenge, though, is that they actually feel helpless. They feel like there's nobody that can fight for us, and I can't fight for myself. They feel like nothing is going to change. That's what most of them feel. It's like their minds have been conditioned to that thing where they feel like, I beg. So a lot of the people that you see collecting 3,000, 4,000 naira, it's not that they want to sell their future. It's that they think that they have no future, and the one that I can collect out of it, even if it's this 3,000 naira, because I'm not going to see them again. They are not going to do anything different. So that 3,000 is almost like, take what I can right now, because they've lost hope. I give you another quick analogy. There's a picture that I show a lot of times when I travel. And I have these town hall meetings. And my town hall meetings are not those ones that you see that somebody goes and makes empty promises. It's really, like you said, it's a nation-building town hall meeting. True. So I usually just get people to come and we talk about nation-building, leadership, da-da-da-da. And I show them this picture of a horse, big, muscular horse, tied to a chair, a flimsy plastic chair. And usually what we talk about is that the chains that hold us bound are more mental than physical. That horse, if it were to move its head or sneeze, the chair will fly because it has capacity, it has everything it needs to be able to do that. So that's so I think that Nigerians need to come to the realization of what they can do. They're tired, but they need to know that they can do something.
So for me, I think that nation building is really about active citizenship.
Absolutely.
And when we hear people like you speak, you have the right words to say and people listen to you, but it's almost like church. You go in there, you spend an hour, you feel energized and you're happy, and then you go back to... So do you really think, because I'm going back to what Mariah said, that the type of leadership or change that you're advocating is really quite idealistic? Do you think with the realities on ground, what Nigerians are facing every day, that would ever get to that form of nation building, that we Nigerians are really going to one day get to build the sort of nation that can, you know, grow us?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe that it is Nigerians that must build Nigeria, because any other way is not sustainable. I know there's an easy way out. Let's get a Rawlings that will come. In the end,
Kim Jong-un.
I mean, I was talking with a really respected businessman who said to me, "If I had my way, fella, it's the." I said. Then I asked him. I said, "But then when he finishes shooting all the people you want him to shoot, he's still going to have a gun and he's going to point it at somebody else." That's what happened with kidnappers, right? When they started kidnapping expatriates, we thought it was their problem. But then when they finished and all the expatriates ran away, they started kidnapping. My point is this: the most sustainable way to develop is to get the people to build the nation that they want to give to their children.
Do we think this is an emergency situation right now? What do we need to do right now?
Respond with an emergency, you are very right. We have to respond. In other words, we don't have the time to say, I'm not going to vote. We are in an emergency. We don't have the time to say, you know, oh, if I vote for this person or the other, I will be wasting my... No, we have to all accept that now is the moment, this is the chance, we've got to rise up, and then make sure you vote your values. Make sure you vote your belief system. That's what we have to do. We don't have time to be hiding in offices and on the phones, you know. We've got to do something.
Let's go. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation with Fela. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We still have Fela Durotoye with us. All right, I was going to go to the issue of funding because I know, I mean, what I'm hearing you say now is that, listen, yes, I'm running for the highest office in the land. But really, what I'm really running for is a new Nigeria. I'm trying to change the minds of people.
So I'm contesting for the office.
So you're contesting for that office.
But I'm running for a new Nigeria.
Yeah, but as you run for the new Nigeria, how are you funding it? Do you have people who are supporting you? Is it just donations, or do you have forefathers, or what do you call them?
Godfathers.
Godfathers who are backing you up in this?
So first of all, I have no godfathers, and we have not looked for. So it's not because we looked for and we couldn't find. We don't have no godfathers, no cabals. I'm probably the only. Maybe, right? I think I'm the only aspirant, then candidate, that has been publishing not only our budgets for the month, but also our expenses for the month. We just did even for the one for month of November 2 days ago. So every month we've been showing that level of transparency. And bottom line is this: it's just been the contributions of everyone. They've been contributing 50 naira, 100 naira, 200 naira, 500 naira, but it's just the numbers. And this is what encourages you to know that people are ready for a new Nigeria. You know, we went, and you can see this on social media, we went to a place called Kwali in Abuja, and it was the den of area boys. And we were speaking, and you know, some of these guys, like, you know, and after I had spoken for a while, this guy stood up and said, come, you know what, I'm giving you, and he brought 500 naira. You know, I go talk him, I go do him. I go talk him, I go do him. And he said, I believe in you. Now, you know, I've seen that. I've seen not only him, other area boys have come to give. But the one that blew my mind the most was in Adamawa, right, where a man waited 2 hours, literally after our town hall meeting. He was a paraplegic guy. And when he came, you know, and I was looking at this guy, he was coming at me. I wasn't sure what he was looking for. And by the time he got to me, he just put 200 naira in my hand and said, the new Nigeria is for me, is for me. I broke down crying.
YK.
Is that okay?
Go ahead, please. You're live. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning, YK. You got 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Yeah, I have a question for Mr. Durotoye.
Yes.
Yeah, I love your ideas. They're, you know, high ideas and everything. I'm wondering why you can't work with the other, because you young candidates or younger candidates or new candidates, you're all different. So I'm wondering why you cannot work together and be, because you say Nigeria first. If it's really Nigeria first, why are you not putting your ambitions of being president, all of you, not just you, aside? Say,
thank you, YK. I think he actually addressed that already. He already said that there are conversations going on right now for that coalition.
Hopefully, who wants to sacrifice? Yes. We have strong candidates, and we can't have 3 presidents. That's the challenge.
So let me let you have the last word.
Well, so just to say quickly to YK that YK, we are in the process, so it's a good thing. What you want is what we want. We want to have a credible third force, an alternative to the existing structure. The 2019 elections, as far as I'm concerned, is not between APC, PDP, or any of those things. It's between old politicians and a new breed of new generation nation builders.
We have to run up.
So that's it.
Thank you so much, Fela. We have to run up. But I think that's good news for us because we really, really want a new Nigeria.
Thank you.
Regardless of what happens, we're proud of those of you that have come out already.
And as long as we are willing to do our own little part. Don't worry about what you can't do. Do the one that you can. Don't stay at home and keep your vote till don't save it. Go and waste it. Waste your vote on someone you believe in, whether that person will win or not. If you waste your vote, you'll be amazed. There are 51 million voters that may or may not vote this time, except they decide to waste their vote.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, we couldn't ask too many political questions because there's a process to his party then coming to us, doing the needful, and then we'll ask about his manifesto. But we just wanted to hear your thoughts on nation building, and that's why we brought you here. So we didn't ask any political questions, but I'm sure we can do that some other time if your party...
I'll be glad to come here.
Round of applause.
Have a fabulous day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. What am I looking forward to in 2019? The truth is that it was like, feels like a joke, you know, like joke. We talk about 2018, I want to grow, you know, I had these goals, I want to read, I want to study, and while I didn't read over 24 books as I wrote in my goal, I was able to read almost 20 books, and that makes me feel very, very happy. The year was indeed a success. But looking at 2019, the focus is on execution. I've tagged it my execution year. The idea is to put into action a lot of things I've learned this year, especially with my business, Ewabella. We want to expand into 2 more offices. I'm really grateful for this year, but I'm excited about what next year is going to bring. Now, next year is also bringing elections. So let me give you my take on the 2019 election. I believe that it's going to be a tough one. We have 2 main contenders seemingly, but it's beyond 2 people. The election is between Nigerians of today and the Nigeria of the future. And it relies heavily on you and I going out during the elections to vote. Regardless of what the election would be, let us be peaceful even as we move on after the election. Whether we get who we want or who we don't want comes into power, be hopeful, hold them accountable. My hope for Nigeria in 2019 and my advice to Nigerians is no violence. No violence, no matter what happens, no matter who pays you, no matter who incites you. Believe me, they would say what they want to say to get you out on the street canvassing and fighting, but they would hide their head in shame and keep their families safe. You are not worth, Nigeria isn't worth your life. Nigeria needs you alive. Nigeria needs you alive. So stay alive. Monitor the votes. Don't go into violence. Don't go into electioneering with ammunition to fight people, because that's what they want. They want to divide us, but we are responsible for the future, and so we must fight together in peace. Well, I'm really passionate about politics, so don't mind me when I get all riled up. But this is festive season. Everything is going to be happy. We're going to be jolly. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I'm trying to like relax and have fun, but I really need to appreciate the crew, because everything you see, me looking good and all that, it's because some people have done the work. From makeup to wardrobe, to producers, to directors, to the cameramen, to the floor managers, everyone behind the scene that I didn't even mention right now, all putting heavy duty every day to make sure that what you see is pleasing to the eye. So thank you to every one of you. I appreciate you. I love you all. It's the festive season and it's time for merriment. Believe me, I'm going to be enjoying myself. But I want to advise you, don't drink and drive. Don't drive when you've had a drink. Drive safely. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I feel like singing, but then, who knows? Okay, what do I want to sing? Oh, do I have a football? Yeah. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Huh? I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom the bottom of my heart. Happy New Year. Bye.